We've yelled enough. Let's calm it down. Okay. Love, peace, hair grease. We're gonna be nice and
This
peaceful.
guy.
We're gonna be peaceful to the people, bro.
And they said we 2 times too many, so yeah,
2,000.
y'all gonna get it.
Thanksgiving
Oh, yeah.
is around the corner. The Christmas coming up. People gotta get their money right, bro. They got Pmoore Parlay. We need to know how can we get the cash going? You feel me? How can we
And
get the
my cash ain't go, y'all.
That's who I got.
He got the cash going.
You feel me? How can we make this cash? Let us know. You know what I'm saying? Put us hit to the betting odds.
So,
what's the picks that you like?
All right. So they call me Pmoore Parlay. We ain't gonna give y'all the picks right away, right? We're gonna kind of talk the differences between a straight bet and a parlay. You know, a lot of people are getting new to this, right? If you're in the DMV area, you know, it's legal in Delaware, not legal in DC yet, about to be legal in Maryland. So you'll be able to just roll over out of bed, you know, put a $10 parlay in, you know, on your phone, on your app, right? Now, what is a $10 parlay, right? A parlay is pretty much when you make multiple bets or games on an ideal outcome, and you predict all of those outcomes correct. Okay, so if you have 3 games and you pick all 3 games correctly, you would win a 3-team parlay. So that would make your odds roughly, let's call it 6-1, right? It's a little more than that, but most parlays, if you're betting spreads, right, either side of the point spread, your odds would be roughly 6 times your dollar.
So let me
roughly, right? But before you go there, I'm going to give you another thing, and it's going to give you a different question, right? On the flip side of that, a straight bet is only one thing has to happen, right? So I'm straight betting last night, Monday night. The spread was roughly 2.5 points for the Ravens to win. Mm-hmm. So me and Time, we're thinking that the Ravens are going to win by more than a touchdown. So I'm going to definitely take minus 2.5.
As we do.
So let's say you say, hey, they're going to win by more than minus 2.5. I'm doing a straight bet. That means you put one bet for that ticket. All you need is the Ravens to win by 3 points or more, which they did. So pretty much $100 would have won you roughly $100, maybe $90 back, right? So when you're doing a straight bet, you're roughly going to get even money, roughly, depending on, you know, what the odds makers make. You're roughly going to get what you put up back. So it's going to be a 1-for-1 thing. You're almost going to, you know, not double your money, but, you know, you put 100 up, you get 100 back, so you collect 200 because you risked the 100 to gain another 100.
Okay.
So if you go into the ticket booth and you say Ravens winning by 2.5, you put your $100 bill down, boom, they go win, you go in, you get another $100 bill and your first 100 back, and you put that in your pocket. However, if you did a 3-team parlay, you would have got more bang for your buck. And that's why they call me the Parlay King, right? Now, disclaimer, everyone. Parlays are difficult to hit, especially if you're betting 3 teams or more. So when you see these FanDuel posts and these DraftKings posts, people putting $1 down, $5, winning several thousand, several racks here and there, that's because the more teams or legs on that bet, on that parlay that you add and combine, your odds continuously get compounded on top of one another.
All right, hold on.
But all things need to happen for that bet to hit. Go ahead. Where's your questions at? I gave a mouthful.
First thing I want to talk, when it comes to this parlay, is it just, do I have, because you know you're the betting expert. This is something that like I'm just getting to understand, just getting introduced, because I don't even like to call it betting or gambling. I'm just getting introduced into the sports market, because
I like that.
One thing I will say is that it's not just betting or gambling. If you do your research, just like you can do your research on stocks and investment, this is a market. This is a sports betting market,
and it's a new market, and it's $1 billion business.
So one thing I would want to ask you about. When it comes to the parlay bets, now do these just have to be like straight bets on the games, or can I go on like who's going to win or who's going to lose, or
that's a great question.
Point spread, or can I do over under for the total points scored for the game?
That's a great
over
question.
Under for rushing yards, over under for interceptions, tackles, like those, because I'm getting into it and I'm understanding it's so many different things that you can kind of bet on.
So many, and that's where I'm leading. You know, your answer to your question is, especially now that sports betting is federally legal, you can parlay whatever the hell you want. Excuse my language, right? So almost anything you can think of or imagine, There's going to be some type of category for you to bet on that. So yes, you can do a straight bet, or just, hey, I just want the Ravens to win. I want the LeBron and them going to lose by 5 points, and Luka's going to score 30 points. That's a 3-team parlay. Because don't think of teams, think of legs. How many different bets am I combining? And if they all hit, this is going to be my payout, and it's going to be a lot more than what I put up.
Okay.
So yes, so you can mix and combine. Now, there are certain sports books that have certain rules, right? You can't, some sports books won't allow you to do like bet on the Ravens spread and the Ravens over under. What they will allow you to do is do a same game parlay and combine it in that sense, right? So there are certain restrictions because the house always wins, right? Vegas, they will put out these odds so that they can get even money on both sides. So if I feel strongly and all my people are betting on this side and Tim's people are all betting on the other side, well, guess who wins? The house, right? Because it's going to land on a certain way. And if you got even money coming from the house, they have the edge in terms of the way they make the lines of the spread, how much someone has to win by. You know, they literally do it to make you feel like you should go on a side that you may or may not statistically do. Okay. If that makes sense. Like in NFL, I think you said something earlier, 10 points is a blowout, right? It's not a blowout, but 10 double digits is a lot of points in the NFL. We're talking about the National Football League. These guys have fought tooth and nail since they were 8 years old to get to this league. So even though there's 5 trash teams, those 5 trash teams are still men that you got to get through to score a football, score the touchdown, right? So very long-winded, but parlay, you can pretty much combine anything you like onto one ticket, and if they all hit, it's like a lottery ticket.
Okay, so Pmoore parlay, drop some knowledge on the people. Give us a parlay for this week. Like, what's some? Give us some betting.
So let me get into my notes, y'all. You know, because this again, data-driven, research, analytical. Smart thing to do is to straight bet more than you parlay. So I'm going to get into another thing I wasn't going to get into, but let's say bankroll management. Let's say you have $1,000. Let's say you have $100, okay, on the weekend, right? You should probably put most of that $100 on a straight bet. I feel strongly about the Ravens. I'm going to bet with the Ravens. So let me say I put, $60 on the Ravens to win another $60.
Well,
then I got
on the bye week this week, so you probably
I'm just giving the hypotheticals. The other $40, I might can mix and match that with some other team, and I might make, several $5 bets with that. I can make 4 $10 bets, or I could make 2 $20 bets, and I could put a 4-teamer on each of those $20 team parlays, and each $20 team parlay could very well easily win me $500. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a slate for this week, NFL only. $50 wins $550. What we're going to go with, ladies and gentlemen, is we are going to start with a very unpopular opinion. I think that is a great spot for the Broncos. This week they play the Titans. The Titans have Malik Willis. Is his last name? Malik whatever. That boy threw he completed 5 passes last week. None of them were to receivers. Now, Titans have a great defense.
He's not ready.
However, the Broncos have a great defense. It's going to be a dogfight, nitty-gritty game. I'm going to take the more experienced quarterback in this type of spot every time. I think people are going to look at the Titans and think oh my God, they almost beat the Chiefs without their quarterback. So people react to what they just saw. This is a letdown spot for the Titans. Everybody's been ridiculing Russell because of all his on or off the field antics. The guy's corny. However, he can get a win against a rookie quarterback. Right? I think if he scores 24 points in this game, I think they can win. I think this is a sleeper pick. Broncos are getting 3 points. I'm taking that all day.
Has there been any reports about him doing high knees around his teammates? Last time he did that, they won. That's all I'm going to say.
All I know is he's been posting some corny stuff on TikTok since then. Okay? Second pick. Although I gave a little, flat to joke to the Vikings, I don't think it's a primetime game. I believe it's a 1 o'clock or a 4 o'clock game. The Vikings are 5.5 points playing the Bills without a Josh Allen, what it seems like. Right? So, honestly, I'm taking the 5 points with Josh Allen. I think it's going to be a very close game. I'm predicting like a, 27-30, or 24-27 type of game. Either way, I don't know really who's going to win, but 5.5 points.
The Vikings are 5.5 point favorite.
No, underdogs, meaning
Underdogs.
they're getting 5
Yeah,
points,
yeah,
meaning
yeah.
for my bet to lose, they got to lose by 6 points or more. I think the game's a lot closer than that.
Yeah. And against good teams this year.
They step up. They step up.
Against good teams. No, against good teams. The Bills.
Oh, the Bills. Yeah, they don't. It's been
All
close games and they start slow.
Have been like over 500. The Dolphins, the Ravens, the who did they play? A couple. Well, most of those games have been 3-point type of games. Have been dogfights. So I can definitely see that happening.
Yep. So then we're gonna go to 2 other picks. Now, next one I'm giving you is Cowboys Packers under 43. Packers unders have been hitting and striking. I'm gonna ride that train till the wheels fall off. And the Cowboys have an immaculate defense to go up against pretty much a receiving core that can't catch a cold with the Packers, right? The spread is relatively low. We're looking at around 43.5. But I think this is almost a no-brainer. I think the spread is probably going to lower, so you want to hop on that. And the last one, I'm going to give you a humble Atlanta money line going against Carolina. Carolina is home. What Atlanta has been a high, heavy money team betting with them on the spread. I think it's a 3-point game, but I'm just going to take Atlanta money line to win outright. They are the favorite. They are on the road. This 14 parlay right now on DraftKings, $50 will win you $550. You could take this to the bank. Tim, we right back at you.
The parlay one more time. What was the 14?
Atlanta Falcons money line. Broncos +3. Vikings +5.5. And then to finish it off, we're doing Cowboys Packers under the total of 43 points. You can lock it in.